Show, everybody.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to a brand new week of Power English. I'm Kristen Cho.
And I'm Cameron Word.
Hope you all had a great weekend.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
Are you sure, Cameron?
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to talk about food today. And, of course, this month, we're talking about the keto diet. Now, here, something, is cooking. There's dinner, and it smells amazing.
Yes.
You know when someone is cooking something, and the whole, especially like the smell of fresh bread.
Oh.
When you enter a house.
Yeah.
It smells amazing, doesn't
yeah.
it?
Or anything with garlic.
So true.
Anytime, I cook with so much garlic.
Really?
Anytime I make a pasta or everything has to have garlic for me.
Well, when I see the recipe and it requires 3 cloves of garlic, I put in 10.
Yeah. 10 to 12.
10 to 12.
These recipes, some people surprisingly don't like garlic.
True. Would you say that American people generally don't like garlic, or it's half and half?
I guess half and half. My family always loved garlic.
Oh, they did.
But I do remember people saying ooh, garlic, that smells awful.
Right.
And I've never thought that once in my life.
That's why you're living in Korea.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Let's look at some expressions today. Whip up something, and it's spelled W-H-I-P, whip up.
So this means to cook something, to make food, usually quickly or simply.
Pleased as punch. This is interesting. Punch. P-U-N-C-H.
This means you are extremely happy or satisfied about something.
Okay. And if you overdo something?
You're doing too much of it. Yeah.
It's like oba. Yeah, that's right. Okay, very good. Let's go ahead and listen to our dialogue. What's on the menu tonight, Sammy?
Well, since we both agree we could use more veggies, I whipped up some stuffed bell peppers.
My mother used to make that once a week when I was a kid.
Then you'll be pleased as punch when you taste this. I hope I didn't overdo it with the seasoning.
It smells delicious.
I also made an avocado, cucumber, and egg salad with an oil and vinegar dressing as a side dish. Bon appetit.
Okay, please join us on page 50 for our power dialogue. Keto diet, it smells amazing. Sybil begins by saying, "What's on the menu tonight, Sammy?" So, what are we having for dinner? And Sammy says, "Well, since we both agree we could use more veggies, I whipped up some stuffed bell peppers." Oh, okay. So first of all, let's look at our power pattern today. Since we both agree we could use more. So we could use more. Could use more is a pattern.
Yes.
What does it mean, and when do we use this?
So something could use more means it needs more. But the nuance can be a little different. So if something needs something,
it's absolute.
Absolutely 100% needed. Could use more is a way of saying, if we had this, it would be better. Right? So with vegetables, for most people, they could use more vegetables.
Yeah.
The more vegetables they had, the healthier they would be.
All of us.
Right? But if you don't have more vegetables, it's not the end of the world.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
You're still able to live.
That's right.
And eat.
Yes.
But it's not the most ideal situation.
So in this context, we could use more veggies, meaning everyone could, it would be good for everyone to have or eat more veggies. In cooking, Cameron.
Yes.
Oftentimes you make something, maybe you have a family member or your friend or your spouse. Here, come and taste this. So sometimes I do that with my son. Son, come here, taste this. Is this okay? And he's like, oh, it could use more salt.
Yes.
Yeah, this is a very common way of using this.
Of course, it's not going to destroy the food if you don't have the salt.
Right, still good.
But it would taste better with more salt.
There you go. Now, if you whip up something, it means to make in terms of cook. But what feeling do you get if you whip it up?
If it feels quick and somewhat simple, right? So this whip is the same whip as in like whipped cream, right?
Yeah.
And with the cream, you have to...
Yeah. Right.
So it's that feeling that your hands are moving very quickly.
That's right.
To make whatever dish you're trying to make.
Right. Well, it seems that Sammy is a pretty good cook because he can whip up some stuffed bell peppers. It doesn't sound easy.
Yes. And for people who don't know, bell pepper is the American term for paprika.
That's right.
Right?
Very good. So Sybil says, my mother used to make that once a week when I was a kid. Okay, so Sybil, is very familiar with this dish. And what does Sammy say?
Then you'll be pleased as punch when you taste this. I hope I didn't overdo it with the seasoning.
Okay, let's take these two sentences apart. First one, you'll be pleased as punch when you taste this. So Sammy is basically saying, you're going to be really happy about this. But why use this expression, pleased as punch?
Yes. So first, pleased is a way of saying happy, but there's the feeling of satisfaction, right?
Yes.
You had something, you ate something, you experienced something.
Very pleasing.
And it met your expectations.
Yeah.
You're like, I am satisfied.
Right.
And then if you want to emphasize, you just say, pleased as punch. This punch here, I don't know why we say it. It is just one of those phrases that we just say it.
And it actually is an expression that has been around for some time, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
an older expression.
It's an older phrase.
That's right. So Sammy's saying, you're going to love this. But then he says, I hope I didn't overdo it with the seasoning. These are some great expressions that you can use when you're cooking. If you overdo something or overdo it with the seasoning, what did you do?
This means to do too much. So when you add the with there, you can say what exactly you did was too much, right? So here, overdo it with the seasoning means that you put in too many spices.
Yeah, too much.
Too much salt, pepper, garlic.
Herbs.
Yeah. You put too much of something in there, you overdid it with the seasoning.
So you could say, I overdid it with the salt. Or I overdid it with the sugar. Meaning you put too much.
Right.
Okay. So to overdo it. Sybil says it smells delicious. And Sammy?
I also made an avocado, cucumber, and egg salad with an oil and vinegar dressing as a side dish. Bon appetit.
Ooh, so a nice salad. Roasted bell peppers. What do you know what's put in like a roasted or stuffed bell pepper?
Usually it's like some type of ground meat. So it can be pork or beef. Maybe you'll have some cheese and some type of spice that you stick in.
Yeah.
And it's often baked.
Okay.
Sometimes you'll see it deep fried. Yeah, 튀긴 것도 있는데 I do see them put it in the oven and then just cooks this big, meaty, cheesy mixture.
I feel like anytime you stuff something, it's always good. A vegetable.
Yeah.
You put the meat inside a vegetable, it's always tasty.
Well, it's the mandu effect.
Yeah.
If you put anything inside of a mandu pea, inside of the
all
mandu
good.
skin, it tastes so much better.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go ahead and listen to the dialogue one more time. What's on the menu tonight, Sammy?
Well, since we both agree we could use more veggies, I whipped up some stuffed bell peppers.
My mother used to make that once a week when I was a kid.
Then you'll be pleased as punch when you taste this. I hope I didn't overdo it with the seasoning.
It smells delicious.
I also made an avocado, cucumber, and egg salad with an oil and vinegar dressing as a side dish. Bon appetit!
It's time for Power Note. Please join us on pages 52 and 53. If you whip something up or whip up something, it means to prepare something quickly, especially when it comes to food.
Yes.
Can you whip up some lemonade for the guests while I set the table?
Sure. Let me get a few lemons off our tree.
How cool is that to have a lemon tree?
Lemon tree.
You actually had a tree.
Yeah.
That bore some sort of citrus?
I think it's calamansi.
Oh,
I'm not sure.
okay.
It's citrus, all citrus fruits, they can kind of mix with one another. So unless you know the exact type of tree you have, but yeah, it's in my house right now.
It is, and you were able to make something from that.
Yeah, I made calamansi chong.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Cool. How cool is it that you can go to the tree that's right there, pick the fruit, and then make something?
It's so cool.
Oh, wow.
I'm doing that with like cilantro right now, kosu,
You have kosu?
in my house, yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Can I buy some from you?
Yeah.
I buy it all the time. Okay.
So now when I have Thai food, I don't have to get the
Extra
kosu
kosu.
chuga. I just like go to my little garden.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right. He whipped up a quick presentation for the meeting after lunch. So it's not just about food then.
Yes. It is often for things that you are assembling, you're putting together. So a presentation would be where you're taking a picture from here, you're taking the numbers from here.
Right.
Right? Or you can whip up a party.
Ooh.
Oh, you've got to put the decorations and buy the cake and invite the people. You're taking all these different parts and you're putting them together.
And you're putting them together pretty quickly.
Yes.
The idea, don't forget that this is all happening pretty quickly. That's right. So if you can whip up a quick presentation, you must be a good speaker or you must be good at making presentations.
Yeah.
It's not something that everyone can whip up.
Right. If I had to make a presentation, especially ones with like slides,
Yeah.
it would take me forever.
Are you kidding me? It would take me forever. But in the kitchen, okay, I
Yeah.
can whip up some food.
You're a fast cooker?
I am. I'm pretty good. I'm quick with my hands. Okay. Now, if you are pleased as punch, you are satisfied, you're delighted, you're very happy. Emma was pleased as punch when she won the essay contest.
I had a feeling she was going to win. She's a good writer.
John was pleased as punch with the surprise birthday party his friends threw for him. So he was extremely happy. So when you are pleased as punch, it's not just like, yay. It's like, yahoo! Right?
Right.
It's way happy.
Yes. So apparently, I looked this up.
Okay.
This punch is not like derida necessarily. It comes from...
The drink?
No, not from the drinks
Oh,
either.
okay, what?
Not what is that, hwache?
Yeah.
Yeah? Not that either. It comes from this puppet called Punch. And he would do something to the other puppet. And the puppet would like fall down. And the character Punch would be so happy that the other...
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's originally a character's name. So that's why we say pleased as punch.
So this is definitely an old expression.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
It's from the 17th century.
What?
It's very
old.
Very old term.
Wow. So if you are, like you said, pleased as punch, this character Punch, when he did something and they fell and he was very pleased, it's that idea like you're happy, you're satisfied and happy at the same time.
Yeah, 100%. Unfortunately, with the character, it is about them doing something bad, playing a joke on them. You fell into my joke.
Yeah, right. And sometimes I guess in the context, it could work both ways.
Oh, yeah, totally. Sometimes you play a practical joke.
Yeah.
Someone falls for it.
Yeah.
It can be really funny.
Well, it can be funny. And sometimes if someone does you wrong and then something kind of bad happens to them, you're kind of like, you see, that's what you get.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Overdo something means 오버하다.
Yes.
Okay. Should I use lights and garland for the farewell party?
Don't overdo it with the decorations. Keep it simple and elegant.
Okay. Garland, Garland.
Yes.
What is a garland?
So garland is like it is a string of pine needles, essentially. It is, it's just decoration to put more winter green into your house.
All right. So basically, though, the other person is saying, don't overdo it with the decorations. We don't need that many decorations.
Yeah.
And it's true. Sometimes, you don't want to, it starts to look a little cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah. It starts to look a little too like a little kid's birthday party.
Right.
Yeah. So that's why he says, keep it simple and elegant.
Yes.
Maria overdid it at the gym yesterday and now her legs are sore.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So here is literally doing too much. She exercised too much and now her legs are really sore.
Yeah, it's so true. When people decide that they want to start weightlifting at the gym, first day, they're overly excited and enthusiastic, and they work out for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Next day, they can't move.
Can't move.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's tough.
What else could we overdo?
I often think of like beauty products you can overdo. So you can overdo it on hairspray. Like sometimes
like in the 80s?
Well, even sometimes, like if I'm doing a filming and, the person doing my makeup and hair, they don't want my hair to move.
Oh, yeah.
So they just and it's like my hair is a brick. It does not move.
It's so true. They do kind of overdo it with the hairspray.
Yeah. Or sometimes they overdo it with the eyebrows.
Oh,
눈썹 너무 굵게 그릴 때도 있잖아요.
And very 진해.
Yeah, it's like they just overdo it with the eyebrows.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
All right, good examples. Our power pattern is could use more. It would be good to have it, but it's absolutely not required.
Yes.
Okay. This soup could use more salt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like your sunset.
Yeah.
We could use more toilet paper if you're going to the store.
Okay. If you don't have time, that's okay. But if you do, please get some.
Yeah. We have like one roll of toilet paper. We also have a bidet.
Yeah.
So we'll be okay.
We'll be okay. But just in case.
Just in case.
All right. Power vocab, the word is seasoning, which is 양념. Do check out the definition on page 54. And stop by.
오디오 어학당.
All right. Very good. And subscribe for a very small fee. And also join us a little bit later at 6 p.m. for...
Evening special.
Okay, have a great day, and we'll see you soon.